Well, I wanted to again welcome everybody to today's workshop. As I mentioned to you, we're going to provide a little overview of what CIT does with regards to helping early stage technology entrepreneurs, and which is the reason why we are here today. I'm going to talk a little bit about my program designed to help companies access early stage federal funding research programs. And then first, a general sense of what CIT does in an overall look at what we do, scratching the surface, so to speak. Our main mission at CIT is to accelerate the next generation of technology and technology companies in the Commonwealth. CIT is a state-funded nonprofit. We get about a third of our funding from the state of Virginia, and we get the other money from other areas, other contracts we're on. I'll go into that in a second here. In general, we have four main divisions at CIT. My program resides under the CIT Entrepreneur Program. There's the CIT R&D, CIT Broadband, and CIT Connect. R&D, basically, it helps conduct world-class research and other development programs that we work closely with a lot of universities and other research institutions and other small private companies in various capacities to do that. CIT Broadband is working to enhance the deployment of broadband throughout the Commonwealth and the rural areas, because that is a defining factor in how quickly the state and companies can grow by having the high bandwidth opportunities for communications. And then CIT Connect is a relatively newer division of CIT over the last 3 years, and it's developing and working with different companies, large prime contractors, federal agencies, and other institutions, state agencies, to basically do our own research and project work as contractors. So that's been developed as a funding stream for CIT. I'm going to go into a little bit about CIT Entrepreneur here. CIT Entrepreneur consists of two main sections, both the Federal Funding Assistance Program, which I manage, as well as our GAP Fund. And we'll talk about our GAP Fund here shortly in a quick overview of our GAP Fund. It is designed to help early stage companies access non-federal funding, so it's more the external more dilutive financing, whereas the Federal Funding Program works with companies in your efforts to secure federal funding initiatives like the SBIR, STTR, and other federal funding programs for early stage R&D. A little bit about Virginia's SBIR data. We do very well. We have done very well over the lifetime of the SBIR program, which is over 20 years old now. We have ranked consistently in the top 5 states in amount of funding over that duration. We through 2005, a little old data, we had over 4,000 Phase 1 projects and over 1,500 Phase 2 projects. So that is a lot of funding, a lot of research, and as you can tell, it's a great way for us to support. This is why we support the program at CIT in order to help increase the amount of funding being developed in the Commonwealth of Virginia, the tax base that's increased, and the job creation that SBIR provides. We've developed a lot of different programs to help support the early stage entrepreneur in your efforts to secure SBIRs. We have many different workshops, other third-party referral services. I provide a lot of mentoring. We do a lot of consultation and one-on-one mentoring to help you learn more about what you're doing specifically, to see how we can best help you, whether it's outside referrals, more in-depth mentoring, and how really in general we can bring in other service offerings to help support your efforts. We have, as I mentioned, many different training courses. Actually, the next slide, I actually have an overview of some of the training that we offer. We do try to offer discounts and as low prices we can offer to Virginia companies, so the price should not ever be a reason for you not to get the correct training. We do have negotiated discounts with a lot of the consultants out there. Many different consultants provide different services, one-on-one help, accounting, software tools, but we've negotiated discounts with these guys. So as my referral, we've kind of, through our relationships we've developed, we've been able to provide you with some discounts. So please let me know if there's a consultant you're interested in working with, and I can make that referral so you can get some financing help for that. We have worked with many different law firms. I've got a few actually that I like to refer people to locally up here as well as across the state to help you with some of those one-on-one legal needs, employee agreements, STTR agreements, other areas of intellectual property, strategy development that we recommend that you at least investigate and have a one-on-one meeting with a lawyer to talk about those, because it's very important to protect yourself in those efforts. A lot of accounting issues out there. We do have some different levels of accounting services that we provide referrals to, whether it be one-on-one auditing, people that have had the DCA audit experience and getting prepped for that, or quite frankly just a general business, individual accounting firms that can help you with your basic day-to-day accounting needs as well. We provide some areas of review of your commercialization plan and kind of your readiness for external capital, and we do that by having an internal meeting with myself and one of our GAP team members to review what your other financing needs might be and whether or not our GAP fund might be a good fit for you. And again, we'll go into that in a separate presentation here. And we also provide a little bit, ever diminishing unfortunately, but we've been finding new ways to create the funding pool. We do provide some funding assistance to help companies work with individual consultants outside of CIT. So there's usually a level of cash matching from you required, whether it be the accounting companies, the SBIR consulting firms, or any other services. There's an application form that I can make available to you, so please let me know about that. We have small amounts of money ranging between $500 up to maybe $1,000, depending on phase 1, phase 2, and how much we how we review your application. So let me know. The sooner we know about that sort of thing, the better. Usually a month or so at least would be preferred before the deadline, so it gives you enough time to actually go through our process of application, as well as provide you with enough time to interact with the consultants before the all-important deadlines. These are some of the events that we host. We've developed some of these workshops specifically with that I've developed with some of the consultants that are out there. We have our competitive checklist workshop that does provide a quick overview of the key competitive issues for a proposal submission, geared towards people that perhaps have taken all-day workshops before but are about to submit a proposal and then want to be reminded of some of the key areas to help you go back and make a few key tweaks to your proposal. We have the all-day How to Win SBIR Funding workshop, which is between a day or a day and a half, depending how we structure it, location and other factors that dictate how long we can have a workshop. But that's the all-day how-to. We always recommend that companies consider doing that if you're going to look at this program as a long-term business development tool, that certainly getting all the training tools you need in order to develop the proposal, an effective proposal, is very recommended. We do have an advanced SBIR workshop that we provide. It's called our SBIR Max, and it provides more of the higher guidance on working with prime contractors, the transitioning and the commercialization aspects of SBIR proposal development. And we also have an annual SBIR federal funding conference that we've hosted. We just recently held Virginia's 14th annual SBIR conference this year, and so we look forward to continuing those workshops. And I would suggest anybody who's interested to know when our workshop schedule would be to look at our website at cit.org and click on the events section to find out when the next scheduled conference or workshop might be. And my contact information is available on our website as well. Thank you so much.